All right, everybody, we have some very important news for you. If you are one of the many people on island who have exacted your constitutional right to bear arms, Sergeant Paul Tapau is here, and we are going to talk about the new bump stock ban, Paul.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's big news this week.
It is. And I want to thank KUM and all the other media facets for showing up for our press conference because, when the special agent in charge for the ATF came out and they asked us to partner with this initiative, it was really something that we needed to take part of. And, I want to thank the Special Agent Gaines again for allowing us and affording this opportunity. But, we're going to continue to assist them, and, we want to we want to bring forth to the community the opportunities in which they can voluntarily surrender their bump stock device to the precinct, with a particular date. Okay,
I want to talk about that in just a sec, but to actually contextualize what a bump stock is, if people aren't aware at this point, if they haven't seen any of our stories, it's basically a device that you can mount onto an existing firearm, turning it into a semi-automatic weapon?
Well, it's
fully automatic.
It's a fully automatic, so you're converting the semi into a fully automatic. Not really in the language of what is a fully automatic, but it allows the firing, the trigger mechanism to rapidly deploy using the force from the receiver to actually push out more ammo and stuff. So
have you guys in the ATF have any idea of how many bump stocks are in distribution on Guam?
Well, when it was on the market, there was really there was no registry or anything and stuff. It was an accessory that gun owners or gun collectors can actually purchase, legally purchase. But since the ban or since the enactment of the law, the federal law, which was enacted which was really in effect on March 26th of this year, they have been working diligently and really trying to get the recall of the bump stock so that we could, people can be in compliance with the law. So our efforts are helping them, and this is an opportunity again for the community to come out and really just surrender their device and voluntarily surrender it to an ATF agent, and really it's part of our efforts in Safer Guam.
Okay, now from the perspective of the people that have watched our story, we saw a lot of comments on Facebook, on YouTube, all of our social platforms. People were saying, okay, if I do have one of these devices already and I do go to voluntarily submit it, so I turned it in, will that get me in any sort of trouble whatsoever?
No. What's going to happen is...
People are really worried about this.
Yeah, we understand, because when we say now it's law and you're possession of something that may be against the law and everything, and I want to commend those who really want to come forward, because let me express the penalties that you will face if you're caught with this.
Right, that's the other side. What happens if you don't?
Okay, so there's a imprisonment for up to 10 years in jail and a fine of up to $250,000 that you may have to pay. So really, put the price of a bump stock, you purchase that for $300 some versus the price that
a decade in prison.
Yeah, you will now pay. I mean, it's a pretty penny, $250,000 and possibly 10 years imprisonment. You got to weigh the odds out and see which is in your favor. And by you self-surrendering it and voluntarily coming in, it really does that gun owner a favor.
Okay, now I am not a licensed gun holder, but I'm just going to use myself as the case study, right? If I was, do I have to be the one to actually turn in and surrender my bump stock, or can somebody do it for me? Like, say my coworker, my kid.
We recommend that that if you are the registered owner of the firearm,
and show my license.
Yeah, come on out. And no, it's just proof of ID, and what it is going to be catalog, and a voluntarily surrender form will be issued by the by the ATF agent that will be on site at our satellite precincts. And, it really is just cataloging everything in, and you'll be given a copy that it's a voluntary surrender of a property into the hands of the ATF. So there's not going to be any criminal repercussions that will follow after that. So it's really important that they understand and they take advantage of this opportunity to voluntarily come in and self-surrender the bump stock to our ATF agents at the satellites.
Even though the news broke a couple of days ago, what feedback and what response are you now seeing from the community as far as the word getting around and hopefully people actually coming out and turning in their bump stocks?
Well, we got calls, man. We've actually received calls about where and when again, and they can actually voluntarily come in and surrender the bump stock. So that's a good thing. People are concerned and people understand that they have to adhere to the law. So this is an opportunity. So we are setting up our first satellite next week, Monday, at the Dedito Precinct. Now we understand that people work, people have responsibility and commitment, so the times are from 4 p.m. to 7 o'clock. And then the next satellite will be identified at the Hagåtña Precinct Command. That's Wednesday. So next week, Wednesday, from 4 p.m. to 7 p.m., that's your opportunity. And then the next satellite which was identified as the Agate precinct. It's going to be the following Monday, and at the same time is from 4 p.m. to 7 o'clock within that evening.
Okay, so basically, bottom line about this whole program is, if you love Guam, and everybody does, this is the right thing to do.
It is really, because of the fact that we saw the devastation that happened in Vegas and stuff, and taking a proactive approach. I think this is one of the better way to identify it. And again, partnering with the ATF and collaborating our efforts for Safer Guam, it really shows where the partnership lies when we have local and federal partnership working together for a common good and a common, a safer Guam. So take advantage of the opportunity, and we ask, the community to really think about what can happen, and this is an opportunity that we're going to forward and avail to the community, and we really do recommend it. They do take advantage of this time.
Okay, Sarge. Well, we know you are our partner and we are yours, so we love getting the word out. So let us know what we can do to help.
Absolutely. Be looking out, because we're going to be putting some small bites on radio. We're going to be putting some small bites in print and stuff about the location, and just reminding them, just sending out PSAs that, hey, you have 2 more days if you haven't done so, you can go to this precinct. So starting next week, Monday, we're up at the Deditor precinct from 4 to 7 p.m.
All right. All right. Well, we'll see you there.
I appreciate it. Thank you again for the opportunity.
Thank you so much. All right. Happy Easter to you and your family as well.
Take care.
All right. And please stay tuned, everybody.